Welcome back to the Cinescape podcast, where we're changing the landscape of TV, movie, and news and reviews and paternity tests all across America. I'm joined by my...
Just move it back from your microphone.
What? I'm the rowdy one, Bill Tozzi, followed by the ever-changing, non-binary, non-GMO, no MSG,
I like MSG.
no carb, low fat, no leg hair, maybe some. Sean Harrigan!
My legs aren't all that hairy. I mean, I gotta like hair, but
I like hair.
it's fine hair.
Like horse hair? It's like horse hair, like you brush it.
Get a nice, make a nice blanket out of it. If
comb
you
over.
Shaved it over the course of 80 years.
Yeah, it is coarse. Sean Harrigan joining me to the side here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, he's here. What's going on, Sean? What's been up since our last show?
Nah, just hanging out, playing Nintendo.
Chilling with Mr. Greenwall.
Yeah, like this show is going to be a little bit different than our normal formatted shows.
Why? You're on so much drugs today?
Yes, that is exactly right. We're going to talk some movies and TV stuff here and there. We're going to talk some non-movies and TV stuff here and there, and we're just going to talk some stuff here and there.
Talk about your new Teen Bop subscription?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very excited after 20 years to renew my subscription.
Yes,
there.
you should be.
A nice centerfold pull-out poster that I've got up on the back of my closet door right now.
Bet you did pull out.
I certainly did.
Yeah. Well, why don't we jump into some stories here? Sean, why don't you kick us off and tell us what you got?
All right, so whether you're a sports fan or not, you probably know who the Philadelphia Flyers of the NHL's mascot is. He's taken the world by storm over the last year and a half, 2 years, however long he's been around.
Yeah, about Gritty. 2 years. Gritty!
We don't know what Gritty actually is, where he came from, but
Big Grit.
Upon first viewings, people were a little frightened of this gentleman. Look at him if you can
First
see him
viewing.
on screen here.
Shit, he's gonna draw first blood.
Yeah, he looks like he's about to pop out of your closet at night. But he's been an absolute fan favorite.
Absolutely.
Since his debut here.
Absolutely.
But we have some allegations.
Some,
upsetting
against
news coming up. Yeah, Gritty's coming under the microscope here. Recently, a story came out that a 13-year-old boy accused Gritty of punching him in the back while attending a game at the Wells Fargo Center back in November. According to the report, about a month after the alleged incident, the accusation was taken to Philadelphia police by Chris Greenwell, the father of the boy, and is currently being investigated. After their investigation by both police and the Philadelphia Flyers front office, the team actually came out with a statement recently saying, "We took Mr. Greenwell's allegations seriously and conducted a thorough investigation that
and what they find?
Nothing.
They found nothing. Nothing against the Grit.
To support his claim." Now...
He's broken.
Now, I actually heard the dad of this kid, he was on one of the sports talk radio shows,
right, and
he had an interview with the host,
yeah,
and he flat out said that, I'll read it to you here, that he didn't actually see what happened.
Well,
he only was told by his son. I don't know where the father.
Dad, Gritty hit me. What should I do?
Basically, what he said was Gritty ran up behind this kid and punched him in the middle of the back. And then the kid had to go to the hospital, and they were trying to get the Flyers to pay their hospital bills and their medical fees and all this stuff. And he's got to go see a chiropractor, and he's got PTSD and all this shit.
He's got PTSD now.
Yeah, but the subsequent investigation has turned up absolutely nothing.
If this kid has PTSD now, shouldn't we all have gotten PTSD when we were first introduced to Gritty?
I watched my wife give birth. If you don't get PTSD from that, I don't know what you get it from. But that shit was frightening. Dax, you can understand.
3 of them.
Yeah, he's seen it.
2 times.
Now he's desensitized. That's what happens. But I feel like, and I'm a father as well, but if this story actually were true that Gritty punched this kid,
right,
there was probably a reason.
Right.
What was this kid doing to provoke Gritty?
Yeah.
I mean, this dude's not just gonna throw his job away,
right,
and just feel like because he wants to punch some kid.
Yeah.
Like, if he did punch him, there's probably a very good reason why. Maybe the kid was, talking shit to him,
right.
or
Trying
to pull his costume off.
This is what mascots do. Mascots are supposed to be, over the top. They're running around. They're shoving kids. They're creating a ruckus, an environment.
I shoved a couple kids before I came over.
Yeah, this ain't like Dancing Man from the Flyers who got fired, a year ago for making fun
he got
of
a new job.
Doing what?
I don't know.
Not working in stadiums anymore.
Yeah, he's like a commentator. He works for the Wings.
No, he got fired from the Wings.
Oh, he got fired from the... Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
He made the comments about the one player being Native American.
Yeah,
He's like, he should cut his ponytail off.
Dancing Shawnee Hill.
Yeah, dancing out the door, Shawnee Hill.
Almost Shawnee Hill.
Almost.
More like Sean Weiss from Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, Sean Weiss and Sean Hill are...
I think he was the other guy that got arrested in the car for burglary.
They're under 95 overpass outside of FDR Park with all the homeless.
Got to pay the troll toll.
Yeah, definitely in that hole. Let's move on though. Some news coming out of the CW, the C-Dub,
the Dubs.
C-Dub. CW. Recently getting all their pilot orders in last week of January. Moving like clockwork now, a couple years in a row. Very efficient. They got some new shows coming out. Joining the ranks are a series called Kung Fu, Republic of Sarah.
It's a female-led remake of the classic TV series Kung Fu.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to let you know.
Thanks for the interruption there.
You're welcome.
Clarify that Kung Fu is.
I know Kung Fu.
You know fucking Kung Fu. Maverick, which is about a daughter of the president who disagrees with what her dad's doing. Big shock. Superman and Lois. This is got a little big draw coming.
Does Lois really deserve top billing? Who gives a shit about Lois?
Who's Lois?
I don't know.
No. You got Walker, which is a Walker Texas Ranger reimagining. And last but not least, you got The Lost Boys, which was originally ordered last year. Didn't go through. Now it's come full circle again. Sean, what do you think about CW and their new lineup?
I gotta tell you, I'm not very excited.
Not excited.
And it stinks, like with the most recent Arrowverse crossover, Crisis on Infinite Earths, that arc is played out. Arrow itself is done. Except for season or series finale. They have a new spin-off show.
Ooh, God bless you, boy.
It's going to be a female-led show. I mean, the way that they're kind of phasing out other aspects of things that I enjoyed with this universe and making things different and new, not really excited for. So maybe I'll check out the pilot episode of Superman and Lois, but I don't really care about this incarnation of Tyler Hoechlin's Superman in the Arrowverse.
Yeah.
Very kind of vanilla, as you could say.
Vanilla.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, not and Lost Boys, man, it's going to be a Twilight TV series.
Is it Michael?
What I feel like it. Yes.
Oh, yes, Michael.
Oh, God, I can't remember where that is.
Michael.
Let's see if I can find that one.
You got it in there?
Nah, probably not.
Fuck.
It's somewhere in here, but I don't have it.
Go up.
Well, keep talking more.
I'll keep talking. Yeah, I mean, if you can find it, I'll keep talking. If we can.
Nah, it's
you don't even got it. You don't got it now.
Nah.
All right. Well, so CW's got some stuff rolling in. If this is anything that you guys are looking forward to, certainly leave some comments on the page, or don't. I don't know what to tell you, but
from that back in 5 hours, call the president.
But yeah, I mean, at least CW seems to know what to do with certain things of intellectual property, as opposed to other people, like Disney.
I do find it interesting that Jared Padalecki from Supernatural is taking over as Walker and Texas Ranger.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
I don't know how you do that justice with it's not Chuck Norris.
Fool me once. Shame on you.
Fool me twice.
Never
fool me again.
Never fool me again. All right.
Yeah, I don't really give a shit. What's next? MoviePass, Bill.
MoviePass.
This was something that I wanted to sign up for back in the day when it first came out.
Right.
But I'm kind of glad I didn't.
Yeah.
Because MoviePass, the once popular movie ticket subscription service, has announced its final demise, declaring Chapter 7 bankruptcy.
Yeah.
So has its parent company Helios and Matheson Analytics. Unlike Chapter 11, where companies can be reorganized and survive, this gang is dissolving, shutting its doors, and everyone has resigned. 4 months after MoviePass service closed down, it's clear that it is not coming back. So MoviePass itself is gone. Different other outlets have their own thing, like AMC has their thing, Regal's got their own thing. Let's talk about this subscription-based movie ticket model. Do you think it's worth the price of admission?
Programs like this are worth it, but it's just the fact that the consumer base is just so finicky about movies, and and the time, and when you can go and see a movie. People just the attention span of people is either like it's like 7 seconds or it's like 3 hours long. So you got people that are all over the place, and for them to just say, oh, I'm gonna go see a movie, or I'm just gonna people. It's an experience. So obviously most people are just not looking to experience going to the movies that frequently, and that's unfortunately the demise of the current cinematic state we're in.
Something like this is definitely something that I would be interested in if I didn't get invited to so many early press screenings of movies. But somebody who does go to the theater more often than the normal theater goer, something like this is right up your alley, and maybe somebody gives it to you as a Christmas present or something like that. But it's worth it. You're going to pay X amount of dollars a month, and you're going to see X amount of movies. That's going to be.
Let me work.
Yeah, absolutely. Pull your thing out, flip it, and reverse it.
Yeah.
Too. So I think if you see like 3 movies a month, it automatically pays for whatever you're paying for the subscription service. So, this kind of thing is there to be had and to work well for people that like to go to the movies all the time. Baby. I just feel like MoviePass, the way that they structured everything, blacking out certain movies because they wanted people to go see movies that they were personally financing, not allowing people to see IMAX movies or 3D movies.
Cool MoviePass. Not
just cool. Stuff like that. Just being so restrictive on what you're actually offering,
right?
And it just wasn't a good look, and they started pissing a lot of people off.
Good look.
People were having issues logging into their accounts and even getting tickets off of the damn thing. So other companies have come around and really taken what MoviePass started.
I think Green Day even came around.
Yeah, they did in '94.
Finally.
But yeah, people that can do this well and do it right. It's a service that's going to be very beneficial to people that are going to pay for it, and I don't know the figures off the top of my head what it is a month, but it's absolutely worth it.
Well, clearly, despite the downfall of their company, I mean, obviously they will go down as a pioneer though for starting.
Yeah, I mean, you got to at least give them some kind of credit for it.
I'm sure we'll get revisions.
There was an idea,
and we'll get a refined version in the future, from obviously maybe one of the
you got the AMC
is it
All Access or whatever it's called, or is that CBS All Access?
CBS All.
I don't know.
CBS
A-list. They have the A-list.
A-list.
Yeah, you just get on that shit.
A-list.
There's an app for it.
Yeah.
Bill, we recently had the big game, the NFL's.
Yes.
Yeah, the ultimate game.
Was so excited to win the game.
Yeah, I was really happy to win that one.
It was a huge game overall for everyone involved, but especially to the team the team that won it all, that being the. Great job to you guys.
Yeah, hell of a job to pull that
Looking
one out.
forward.
Leading up to that big game, though, there was a lot of backlash as Roku...
WWE Backlash! Pay-per-view!
Roku was taking off all Fox channels and programming from being able to be watched through their service there. So, Bill, what do you think about them trying to come out and basically tell people they couldn't watch the big game?
Yeah, I mean,
not cool.
This came down to the wire.
Days before it happened.
Days before, there was an expiring deal where Fox channel lineups were going to be removed from Roku, but a deal was met between basically a content company and a streaming company, and it resulted in being able to save the lineup and being able for streamers to watch the Super Bowl just within a day of reaching that deal. So
I have a Roku. I think I've turned it on once and never actually watched anything on it, and never tried to use it again. I know it's plugged into my TV, but I just never used it.
Yeah.
It's kind of just collecting dust behind the TV there.
I mean, this
I have
is
a Fire Stick now, too.
Stick.
That's like the same thing, right?
It's the same thing. It's just a gateway to get into.
It's a gateway drug.
It's
That's
a gateway app. But I mean, these are going to be some things that we'll start to cover in the future. Is bring new stream wars, because as you've heard us talk before, I mean, there is so much changing, in the landscape of movie and TV
news and reviews.
Obviously, however, there is a lot changing just in the landscape of the business itself nowadays, and what once was your terrestrial television stations and all that, and you had your controlling members of those services. Now it's changing. Wow. You got your Disney Plus and your Hulus and your Zulus and your Netflix and your Pornhubs and and your XTube and your Lobster Tube and all that stuff. Dex, you know about Lobster Tube? No. Might want to do some homework on the side.
It's pornography.
Shut up! No, it's not. No, it's not.
Bill was the kid that went and told everybody about two girls, one cup, and then said, "Just don't tell anybody."
I feel like I want to find that video and just rip the audio so we can have that music to play for something.
I don't even
see how long a Bill can talk to it without laughing.
I don't remember it.
It kind of sounds like the Hulk walking away music.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty sad.
With the Stream Wars thing, like you were just saying.
Stream Wars!
As terrestrial television continues to diminish, but there are special events that air, like the Super Bowl or the Oscar Awards or whatever it may be, big events. Right. I think this is going to be a ploy of whatever network is hosting that year to kind of black out other consumers from being able to watch it because they're not subscribing to their service. Yeah. Now, it's shitty because Fox is essentially your basic cable, your CBS, ABC, NBC, Fox.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can go to the store and buy an HD antenna and plug it in your TV and get all these channels for free.
Yeah.
So, when you have your CBS All Access or your Peacock network or this shit, yes, you're providing paid for content specifically for these, but also I feel like you have an obligation to provide basic programming content for people that don't have even cable. They just have basic television, your 3, 6, and 10 in our area, whatever it may be for you in your part of the world.
Yeah.
Trying to black out stuff like this, I think they would have had a really really tough time justifying that if it actually went through. But I don't feel like this is the end of this kind of thing, and it's only going to get worse from here on out.
Yeah.
And eventually, like we've talked about, I think the whole bubble's going to burst, and
Stream Wars!
yeah, it's going to be Stream Wars all over again. Skynet's going to go active and self-aware, and it's going to be the downfall of us all.
So keep an eye out. We'll bring you updates on Stream Wars, and
Pretty soon we're going to be blacking out YouTube, and people are going to be bidding for our services as well.
Yes.
Hopefully.
What if every time we do a Stream Wars update, we just use like a Star Wars crawl to...
It's not bad.
Yeah.
You can figure that out.
I'm on it.
The Dex is on. Cool.
January 23rd, Roku
Cinescape log.
and Fox. But why don't we keep this? Why don't we keep this Brooklyn D train rolling?
Move along.
Move along. Move along. Jimmy Gunn. Oh, Jimmy Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. Director, producer of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, also known for Brightburn.
Watched that the other night.
Yeah, it stinks.
I thought it was alright.
Stinks.
Enjoyed it.
Stink.
Nah, that's cool.
Big stink.
I mean, it was what you probably think Superman's actually going to be like.
We'll get into that later in the subject.
All right.
But James Gunn has been in the news recently for
Is he saying more bad stuff?
more bad stuff. I don't know. He hasn't even said a whole lot, but apparently he's getting death threats over the possible fate of one of the Guardians, one of the favorites of the bunch. Can you guess who that favorite is?
Oh, is it Cosmo the space dog?
No.
No.
No, you want to take another guess? That's strike one.
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck. No. Strike two.
Oh man.
Plenty of other good characters left out there.
Star-Lord?
Star-Lord. Good guess, but also wrong.
Man, who could it be?
I mean, you probably would like it to be Drax or Mantis, but you know what? It's not them either. It's Rocket Raccoon. Rocket Raccoon, I mean, nothing's been confirmed out there, but Rocket Raccoon has been getting some buzz swirling out there about his possible impending doom in the latest installment of Guardians, which, you know what? We still don't have a release date.
No, I don't know.
Nothing going on yet. So, you know what? Untie your panties, get him out of the bunch, and, let's take this with some grain of salt. However, James Gunn does some wacky shit in his movies that we just don't understand, but apparently a billion of you liked the second movie.
Movie sucks.
Movie does suck. Sorry, but it
Terrible.
sucks. Terrible. What do you think about him getting death threats?
I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Uncalled for?
Absolutely. I mean, you're going to send death threats because of a movie.
Yeah.
Why?
Right.
Get something. Get a hobby. Find something better to do.
I
in your
bet the
life.
people that are giving him death threats are also the same ones that are saying, I love Guardians, too, and I love Thor Ragnarok, and I love Captain Marvel. It's probably that same rabid, fanatical base of alt-left extremist Marvel fans that get tied up every time the word snowflake gets dropped on a Wendy Williams show, okay? You need to relax. Stop threatening this man. What are you going to do? You going to go throw some fucking pita chips at him? I don't think so. Knock it off. Get out of here. Fuck.
Yeah, people need something better to do with their lives.
Something better to do.
All right, what else we got here?
We got tons of other stuff on the dais here. Let's move it along. You want to talk? I think Dex is queuing it up for us right now.
Queuing it up.
Big Q. Cue it, Dex.
He's got it.
Yeah,
We're
insert.
working on it.
Insert it. Oh yeah. There we go. You want to talk about this?
Yeah. Bill, you and I are fans of Mr. P.W. Herman. Peewee Herman. Paul Rubens himself says that he wants to make a, quote, dark Peewee Herman movie.
Christ, you are boy to mine.
I'm gonna let this play for a couple seconds here.
There's a lot of things about me you don't know anything about, Daddy. Things you wouldn't understand. Things you couldn't understand. Things you shouldn't understand.
This is actually the audio from the Peewee who were cut as a horror movie.
Yeah.
I love these trailers. But apparently there is a script that includes Peewee getting out of jail, heading to Hollywood, and developing a severe pill and alcohol addiction. And it's also being produced by the Safdie brothers and Uncut Gems. Bill, a dark or thriller type Peewee Herman movie at this stage in Paul Rubin's career, I think could be something worth watching. Do you think maybe he gets arrested in the beginning of it for jacking off in the movie?
Oh my God, would that be coming full circle or what?
I think it would be.
This would be hilarious, I think. I mean, yeah, obviously there was something always a little bit
Strange.
creepy. Yeah, but yeah, there's something of
Pedophilic?
something of a dark place with Peewee in general. You know, kind of almost like Peewee should be like in the It movies or something like that. Like, so I think to see a fucking dark Peewee Herman movie would be fantastic. Come on, Francis.
I know you stole my bike, Francis.
This would be awesome. I don't know. This would be awesome. I'd be fucking pumped for a dark Peewee Herman movie.
Hard R.
Hard R.
Hard R rating.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get it.
That'd be hilarious. I think we'd have to go to that early press screening and see that before everybody else.
Yeah.
And let you know that we did. That'd be fun. All right, what do we have up next here on the docket?
That was coming up next on the docket. Fat Sarah Connor. Apparently, Linda Hamilton, when pitching, ideas for Terminator: Dark Fate, actually threw out there that she thinks Sarah Connor could be fat.
Come on, don't bullshit.
Yeah, no bullshit. Fat Sarah Connor.
Hello, cutie pie.
Just slinging around weight while, fighting Terminators off and stuff. Do you, obviously this wouldn't have actually have happened, right?
Why not?
Well, I mean...
She can't be fat? Are we fat shaming her?
No, I mean, she can be fat, but I mean,
But who wants to see that?
if she's she's fucking running from...
Trudging around. She gets 3 steps and just gets tired and gets vaporized.
Gotta do an insulin shot every fucking hour or something. What if she had compression socks on?
Varicose veins are popping out of it.
She's got one of those. What are those You ever see those carts that you put one knee on?
Yeah, when you have a knee surgery or something.
Is that what that's called?
What's the matter?
I have plenty more of these.
I know you do.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Fat Connor.
Stop whining.
You don't think this could have gone away?
Trouble.
We could have gotten away with this today?
Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, it'd be pretty funny to watch, so I want to see it happen. I think they should exclusively make all new action stars overweight. What do you think about that? Watch them try to run away from danger.
But I hope you leave enough room for my fist because I'm going to ram it into your stomach.
So
That fat stomach.
if everything is getting turned into a franchise, what if we started a fat franchise? Everything, just where it's
Like the Nutty Professor?
just everything is fat.
I think we could get Weird Al to do that theme song.
Could.
Be a good pickup.
Yeah. We'd also need Chris Tucker in there to do the... Man, your girl is fat. Fat. P-H-A-T. Put it on, Captain. You know what movie that's from? No, don't. Pfft, fucking embarrassing.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, are you just gonna click on fucking Arnold links all day? Honestly?
One of us is in deep trouble.
Hold on, let me fucking press something.
Go ahead.
How about? Yeah.
Give me all you like.
Yeah. Boo! Boo this man! Boo!
Yeah, I heard she's also done playing Sarah Connor as well. So we're never going to see her as a fat Sarah Connor.
Thank God.
Yeah. I watched that movie recently.
You did.
It was okay.
I gotta watch it too. I mean, maybe I won't watch it.
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean,
If you don't watch it, that's okay.
okay. Maybe I won't.
All
All right.
right.
Yeah.
What else we got?
What else we got?
Fat Sarah Connor and shit.
Adam Sandler and Netflix sign a new deal. Not Roosevelt's new deal, just a new movie deal. Yeah, that's a little bit of history for you youngsters out there. But Adam Sandler coming off of an Oscar snub recently. He was getting a lot of garnered attention for the movie Uncut Gems. I have not seen that yet. I will endeavor to do so. Was supposed to, he was getting a lot of buzz about Uncut Gems and his role and how it was a bit of a departure of what he normally does, and so a lot of people thought he was in line to get some kind of nomination in there for the Academy. Got snubbed. And then, about a week or 2 weeks later, Netflix says, "Hey, listen, you made some great mediocre movies for us. We want you to come back and do that again for us."
I saw something to the effect that Netflix put out a statement saying it was literally billions of hours, billions of hours have been spent watching Adam Sandler Netflix movies.
Yeah.
Which is very weird because I haven't seen a Adam Sandler movie in quite some time.
Some of the new ones on there, they're not bad.
Does that mean they're not good either?
Yeah, they're not. They ain't winning Oscars. But I mean, Netflix is signing The Sandman to another 4 movies for the Netflix, and we don't have any information on what those movies might be or when they're due to be released or anything like that. But we will keep you abreast of those. But in the meantime, we can kick off to our next hot topic.
2 billion users, by the way.
2 billion.
2 billion hours.
2 billion hours. Sean,
insane.
this might hit home with you a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't even know about this. The Lonely Island's new movie, Palm Springs, sets a Sundance sales record of $17.5 million and 69 cents.
69.
I had to get that 69 in there.
We'll flip.
Palm Springs stars Kristen Milioti as Sarah, a woman who finds herself trapped in a surreal situation with one of the guests, played by Andy Samberg, at her younger sister's wedding. Without spoiling too much, the film is already being compared to comedies like Groundhog Day in the sense that it revolves around characters being forced to repeat the same events over and over again. Palm Springs' premise further brings to mind Netflix's Russian Doll, which also revolves around a struggling 30-something woman who finds herself caught in a time loop. It's far more dramatic setup than those of either of the Lonely Island's first 2 films, both of which were straightforward comedies. Not a bad thing either, with the Sundance Review suggesting Palm Springs is plenty funny, but also the trio's most emotionally mature project so far. I love Popstar. Never Stop, Never Stop.
Solid movie.
That movie is freaking hysterical.
What do you think about Hot Rod?
Love Hot Rod as well. Just
great.
over the top, ridiculous, outlandish movies.
Yeah.
Love the Lonely Island in general. You know,
Yeah.
whether it's the SNL digital skits or
Right.
Albums. We were known to do I'm on a boat at any karaoke joint in the area.
Absolutely.
Where we will rock the shit out of it.
Mic drop.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check this one out. Big fan of these guys. They have the yucks.
Yeah, I mean, apparently
say.
they've invested like almost $80 million of their own money.
No, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
And then, so obviously, they got a bid for the movie already at Sundance, which is a good sign. They set a record for basically the highest bid, highest sales of the rights. So I mean, we'll give you more updates when we have them as far as the production process of this movie. But I mean, we're on board. I mean, Hot Rod was great, Popstar was great. For the type of content that they put out, it's ridiculous. Usually, it's so humorous. Usually got a pretty solid cast of people in there as well that round out what you're watching. So I'm excited to see what this movie is going to be all about, especially if you're coming out saying it's Groundhog Day status, something of cult classic status like that. I mean, you've got my attention, so I'll be checking it out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What else we got? Anything here?
Let's move along.
This is sickening. So we recently lost Kobe Bryant and his daughter and the other passengers aboard the helicopter that crashed a few weeks back. Really sickening story to come out was comedian Ari Shaffir, who I'm familiar with in name only. I've never seen any of his material, but apparently he's a huge scumbag.
He looks like on the screen here.
And he recorded himself on Instagram celebrating Kobe Bryant's death. I'm going to play the audio clip here so we can see how disgusting it was.
As I know, there's always a lot of hate, pain in the world, and there's always a bunch of terrible stories. And every once in a while, there's a good story. A good story comes out. A guy who got away with rape got his today. Kobe Bryant is gone. I'm here in Charlotte, the home of the team that originally drafted him. Maybe he wouldn't have raped that chick in Denver if he had stayed in Charlotte with the Hornets. But anyway, the point is, dude, it's
All right, so he's obviously happy that Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash along with his daughter and
This guy's
seven
just
other
seeking
people.
attention, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that attention got him dropped by his talent agency immediately. So good on you.
you
Actually, a
got
New York
people-
comedy club that he was supposed to be performing at was getting terroristic threats called in.
because you know what? I mean, the fact that you're trying to come out and admonish somebody after their death and
And it's one thing. There's a lot of shady things in his past. With the whole sexual assault case back in the early 2000s. You're more than welcome to think whatever you want of the person, but literally right after he and his daughter and other kids and people just died in a tragic accident, you're going to come out and start talking about that. It's one thing. You're allowed to have the conversation that was part of his past.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, you shouldn't be celebrating people like that dying.
Right.
So it's very in poor taste. First he came out and said that his Twitter account was hacked, and then right after that posted the video.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's obvious attention grab. He claims that he does this kind of thing all the time. I don't know him from anybody, so... whether or not that's something that he does, if you need to do that in order to make yourself more popular, I guess, you probably don't belong in the space anyway. So, really shitty reflection of what humanity can be in that instant. Anything to add to that, Bill?
No, not really. I mean, it's a blemish on Kobe's track record and things like that, but ultimately too, I mean, what he's done as a whole, I'm not saying makes up for it or anything, but he's as Dave Chappelle talks about in his one stand-up special about Bill Cosby. He goes on to talk about all the things Bill Cosby has done, help people go to college, become the, Bill Cosby had a psychologist to make sure that there was no negative imagery of black people on the show, so all the things that he's done, Bill Cosby, although he raped, allegedly, he saved more than he raped. And it's, you know, you got to listen to Dave Chappelle, you know, set all that up. It makes sense, you know, based on just how we evaluate people's scorecard in a sense in society.
He's got red on his ledger.
But you know, the guy's, you know, he's got tons of other, you know, attributes that, you know, it's not that's not all he is or all he was, or, you know, things like that. So, you know, you just gotta be able to discern what's, you know, everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, this guy's an asshole. Yeah, glad he's, you know, suffering a little bit here.
Yeah, good luck getting another job, guy.
Yeah.
I think that's going to end us today, Bill. Anything else that we want to bring up before we get out of here?
Were we going to discuss what we've been watching?
Yeah. So we want to talk about that real quick. Well, what have we been watching? What are you watching? Forrest Gump wants to know.
I've been watching porn.
Bill, what have you been watching? Porn?
Yeah, lots of
All right, that's pretty cool. What else?
Porn. I watched a lot recently. Obviously,
A movie, a show.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm watching
porn.
Picard. I watched.
We talked about Picard last episode.
Yeah,
We're both enjoying it very much.
I watched Brightburn. I didn't really care for it. I know you.
Yeah, the wife and I dug it.
Yeah,
She was scared.
I just thought it was like, if shit went wrong during Zack and Miri make a porno or something like that. That's what I was thinking.
See, I feel like this is a more...
Like, it had the dude
Probably.
it had the dude from The Office in it, and like, you know, and then Elizabeth Banks is just like, oh, and she gets dropped out of the sky. Like, good.
That's
God.
pretty funny. Spoiler alert.
What else have I watched? I watched
No, but like, if the Superman thing actually happened, what's more likely? This uber powerful thing's just gonna like become a farm dude, or he's gonna unleash his powers and take over everybody because he can.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that more, and it was pretty brutal too.
Yeah. It was all right.
Yeah, we watched it.
What else I watched? The new Godzilla. What was that, the King of Monsters or whatever?
King of the Monsters?
Yeah, that movie was solid.
I want more of a backstory into that underground city where they went and Godzilla's charging his batteries.
Godzilla.
They had to go through the little whirlpool tunnel, Hollow Earth theory going on.
I mean,
who was the civilization?
They drew on a obviously a lot of.
Was it the Druids?
Was it the Druids? They drew on a lot of.
No one knows where they came from.
Experiences and events in that movie. It was pretty cool. And like I don't like heavily CGI movies like that. Usually don't like keep my attention and keep engagement, and that that had it all the way through. So that was a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I dug it. You know what I didn't dig?
Oh.
It Chapter 2.
Nah,
recently watched that.
Took too long.
It had a lot of promise because there were a lot of aspects of the novel that they did stay true to, but for as much as good as they did with that, they did an equally bad job.
Yeah.
I wanted to see the cosmic space turtle, the actual ritual of Chud, where they're locking tongues and.
Did you say Chode?
Chud. They have to lock tongues and bite down on them and shit like that. That didn't happen. And like you just said, it was so freaking long and drawn out and took forever to just end. You kind of just wanted it to end, but it still had another like half hour to go.
I know. It was like a Judd Apatow movie.
Oh my God. Just stick a fork in it at some point, Andy Muschietti. Very disappointing. I'll take Tim Curry's Pennywise over Skarsgård Pennywise all day or a day.
Scotch Guard.
We talked about Fat Sarah Connor.
Yeah.
I watched Terminator Dark Fate recently.
Yeah,
it's a fun, mindless action movie. I mean, it's not Terminator 1 or 2, and maybe it's the best of the rest of the Terminator movies after those two.
You tried the rest. Now try the best.
Mm-hmm. It was fine. They give Arnold's robot a name.
Yeah.
He's Carl.
Carl
So
with a K.
his inclusion in the movie was pretty funny, but Mackenzie Davis, she was pretty cool.
Yeah.
She's very skinny.
Ew.
I bet she weighs like 100 pounds. Very skinny. Very tall too.
Skinny
She looks
bitch.
tall. But
Bitch.
yeah, it was fine.
Skinny bitch.
TV. I am watching one of my favorite shows. It's currently in its 7th season. Is The Curse of Oak Island on History Channel.
Did they find anything yet?
Oh man, they're like so close to the money pit right now. They're about to find everything.
Are they?
It's only taken 7 years to get to this point. Big fan of the show. Also, the wife and I are watching The Handmaid's Tale on Hulu. I brought it up to you before. It's like a post-apocalyptic scenario. The Earth's population is plummeting because people are like infertile, so they select groups of women that they're using as breeding stock, basically, and they're handmaidens, serving girls in these rich leaders' homes.
Don't you have homes?
We just finished season 1, getting on season 2, so pretty cool show. If you have Hulu, check that out. Besides, Picard and some movies, anything else that you've been watching, Bill? Alrighty then, no. Just the porn.
Just the porn.
Well, we want to hear from you on social media. Let us know what you guys have been watching. Maybe give us some suggestions of things that you think we would enjoy, and maybe we can bring them up. Also, send in some questions. We want to hear your feedback, and we will maybe even display your questions on the show.
Send nudes as well.
Yeah, send the nudes as long as you're 18 plus.
And if you were a longtime follower of the magazine, we are still working with independent publishers to see about that. So
yeah, we're hoping to get new issues out to our friends in New York.
So 2022 is foreseeable right now, but we will keep you updated on that news.
Absolutely, Raul.
So, yeah.
Make sure that you follow us on all social media platforms and subscribe to us on your favorite podcast player of choice, and as well as our YouTube channel. And check out all the great programming over at the Cinescape Media Network by checking out cinescape.media, subscribing to all of our shows, and looking at all our great content today. For myself, Sean Harrigan, for Bill Roddy Tazzi, and Dex Burgess, thanks a lot for listening, and we'll see you next time.